Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Well, today we are here to talk about the Pat McGrath Star Wars Edition products, but I come to you with a little bit of a heavy heart. That's right, just a little bit of disappointment. And I have a feeling that our comment section is going to blow up with similar thoughts and comments. And we do have to talk about what's happening over at Pat McGrath. What is it, 40% off site-wide now? They pay you? I'm kidding. But, you know, it seems the sales get bigger and bigger. And is that a help or is that hindering the model for the brand? We talk about it more towards the end of this video, and I do invite you to comment on that, so please do. But let's talk about what I ordered. So I ordered the trio of these 5-shade palettes. The reason I did, well, of course, as you guys know, Mothership 6 Midnight Sun, which I already have in its original packaging, was reissued at the $128 price. So many people were like, why, when you could get it right now on sale? It's true, but if you wanted the Star Wars packaging, I guess, you know, there are collectors. And those single shadows are available, some of them, on Sephora right now. But when they were first put up, the single shadows from the Star Wars collection, they sold out like that, and I missed them. But there's also colored mascaras and her, you know, really nice lip products and whatnot. What I was most interested in was the trio of these 5-shade palettes. And I'll tell you why I'm disappointed in a moment. My disappointment only lasts so long, but I'll tell you why. And we are going to try them on and swatch them in 2 different lights. Don't you worry, I got you. The reason I did was because her last collection, I guess it was one of the many Bridgerton collections. I loved those 5-shade palettes. I thought it was going to be some cheapo introductory Pat McGrath, and they were lovely. So I thought, oh, I'm interested in those the most. So I ordered the trio. How many of you, raise your hand at home, also ordered the trio and it was missing Divine Droid? So I got my trio of Sith Seduction, we'll look at these, the golden one, and Divine Droid was gone. So Rebecca, why didn't you wait till Divine Droid got to you? Well, I did see something online that said that Divine Droid was shipping out on December 27th. It's past December 27th. I haven't gotten any information about mine shipping, about mine being missed. Nothing. They're a little disorganized over there. I don't know why I'm whispering this. This is like fact at this point with their delivery and their service. So I have no idea if it is coming, if it is ever coming. So I thought, you know what, I'm not going to wait. Let's just take a look at these. Whether I actually follow up when Divine Droid comes depends on how impressed I am with it, depends on what you guys want to see, and frankly depends on whether our whole community is Pat McGrath Star Wars'd out by the time it arrives. It could be 2 weeks. Honestly, you just never know. It's like playing the slots or something, I don't know, without really winning. So I thought we would look at what I got, and you know, spoiler alert, it's awfully pretty. I'm wearing, you're getting the golden one preview right now, but we're going to try them all on. So these little guys are $36 each, and there was a savings if you bought all 3 at once and then received 2. Let me know what your order's looking like, you guys. I was so happy when I saw Divine Droid was kind of sold out and then shipping later. I went, glad I got mine. No, I didn't. Okay, so I'm a little frustrated with it, but I think frustration is part and parcel of being a Pat McGrath fan, isn't it? Wah, wah. Okay. So let's talk about these. First of all, we have Sith Seduction. Divine Droid, as you know, is gone. Who knows when it will come. And we've got this little mirror and this handy little cardboard packaging. That's just not bad. So take a look at those really pretty shades. We don't have a matte in there. And I have hooded eyes. That's supposed to be a no-no, but we don't need no stinking rules. So we're going to use it anyway. We'll do one look with that. And then, of course, the golden one, which you're getting a preview of right now. And that does have some mattes and is a little bit more user-friendly, to be entirely honest. And there it is right here. Let's take a look at these on my arm in 2 different lights. First of all, in studio light, we have Sith Seduction on the left and the golden one more towards my wrist, so over on the right, and that is in studio lighting, and they're beautiful shades. They're nice and creamy, the best type of formulation from Pat McGrath. You know, no one's going to say that these products don't perform well. I guess people will try to, but I think they're wrong. I think the aggravation with Pat McGrath tends to lie in all of this sort of order fulfillment and shipping and confusion and messiness. I've returned products there when they've accidentally sent me 2 and charged me for 2 and frankly never been credited back. It's frustrating to say the least. Let's take a look at these outside in the warm California sunshine. No place to see them better than out in natural lighting, which I think really does do these justice. And like I'll say in the demo you'll hear, it's really hard to stay frustrated and furious with Pat McGrath because the products are indeed gorgeous. I just wonder what our community and larger beauty community's patience and tolerance of all this kind of disorganization will be in the long run, and the sales that happen a few weeks after we've bought things full price. There's just a lot to talk about here, so I thought it was worth doing the video, even to use the video just as a sounding board for all of us in comments for our community. But since we have these two quite lovely little palettes, disappointing or not, because it was supposed to be 3, let's go ahead and try them on. Stay right there. Okay, well, we only have 2. But let's make do, and let's start with our Sith palette right here. They are beautiful. You know, this is the problem. If you're like me, you want to be angry, but it's hard to be because this is beautiful. So let's see what to do with these. I mean, you know, we do have, it's all these kind of shimmery shades, but they're so creamy and lovely. So let's just see what we can come up with. Now, this Sith palette will not get the benefit of mascara and eyeliner and that kind of full look. And the angry part of me wants to go, it doesn't deserve it. It does, it does. Okay, so I am, as I've told you, a fan of certain rules in beauty, and others I just throw to the side when it's convenient. And one of them is hooded eyes. You should not have any kind of shimmer like this in the crease of the eye. And for the most part, you guys, there's a reason for that. It is true. It's the way it reflects light. But let's just throw caution to the wind, and let's just do it anyway. And I'm working mostly today, or completely today, I should say, with Sonia G brushes. I keep giggling because I know the winners, I've already filmed it, of our community-wide 2022 Beauty Awards that's coming out on December 31st. And I want to say something about some of these brands and such that I'm using, but I can't reveal it yet. So it'll be good. Okay, let's go into this green shade here. And these do have names, so I'll go ahead and put them onto the screen when I edit. And this is a very, very pretty palette. I mean, it really is. And these shades are such a pleasure to use. They almost feel the way Sydney Gray shades always feel, which is a weird thing to say because Pat McGrath, of course, came first and is the original. But what I'm saying is these shades, the softness of these shades is just supremely lovely to work with in that same vein, even though, of course, Pat's formula was first. It still comes to mind. Okay, so that's really pretty. I mean, look at that. That is a really just kind of pretty way to do an eye look that's still dramatic but works. And I'm going to take this same Sonia G brush and go into this shade here and just put a little bit onto, just the center and into the inner corner of the eye, and all the way into the center. And there's our first eye look without the benefit of mascara and eyeliner, but still very, very pretty. And then we'll take our golden one and let that be the end all and be all of the disappointing, well, no, disappointing is the wrong word, of the lacking package that I received today. Okay, as usual with Pat McGrath, my disappointment lifts as I use the products, and I think that's common, right? So let's go ahead into this golden one palette, and we do have a matte in this one. We have 2 mattes in this one. So let's go ahead and start. Pardon me while I scratch my nose. Scratch, scratch. Okay. Let's go ahead and start with that. Now I'm just wondering what I'm missing. Oh, that's really pretty. Just alone even. Gosh darn it, Pat, I'm supposed to be angry at you. Okay, that's really pretty. And I'm taking that same brush underneath the eye and then just kind of a little bit up with whatever is left on it. And that does follow the rule that I broke with the last palette of using shimmers, but the last palette was certainly pretty. Okay, that's really nice. Going into this other matte shade here and putting that onto the outer corners of the eye. Okay. Well, that's really pretty, isn't it? That's just really pretty with the mattes alone. Look at me, I'm a mess today. Is my hair back? Okay, I want to go into, I'm going to use my finger actually and take this bronze shade here and just put it onto the just over the lid, the mobile lid a little bit. Again, with hooded eyes, you won't see it too much, but I know it's there. So I'll take it a little bit up with my, I'm being very gentle, of course. Please understand. With my fingers, I do know that's my eye. I do value it. And then this little brush here from the Sonia G Sky collection into this shimmer shade here, just a little bit into the inner corner, kind of up there. That is a super pretty look. So look, I don't know what to say. I've had a bunch of you guys ask me my thoughts on what's happening and why so many sales over at Pat McGrath, and I wish I had an answer. The rumors I've heard are the same as you guys. You know, what are all the sales? Does it spell trouble? And you'll see, I don't want to ruin anything, but you'll see, you'll get some insight on that from my community best of, which is coming out Saturday morning early, back on my regular scheduled time of video releases. I don't know what to think in terms of that. The thing is, we speculate, we think, we wonder, we gossip, and then you try the products and they're just lovely. And I suppose we shouldn't complain when they are on a really great sale, except for those of us who bought it at regular price, right? So I don't know, let this video serve as a sounding board for all of our curiosity questions and frankly gossip about what's happening over at Pat McGrath Labs. Obviously, the makeup artist herself is a genius. I don't know that anybody would ever dispute that and be able to stand on solid ground when they did. But what do you think is happening? Why all the sales? Were you interested in this Star Wars collection? They're absolutely lovely. And I'm expecting that my comment section is going to be full of people like me who ordered all of these and then did not get Divine Droid. So I feel silly almost saying that with a serious tone. So let me know what's happening with your order. It's always interesting to me. And if you'd like me to follow up when Divine Droid returns and all that good stuff, you know, just let me know what sort of information. It's what makes us a community. Let's give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I sure hope that you did. If you haven't already done so, make sure that you subscribe to our channel so we can continue to grow into the new year. Come say a big hello over on Instagram and on TikTok too. And if you want, you can help support this channel by using Super Thanks or becoming a member for all sorts of member-only privileges and behind-the-scenes footage. But if nothing else, I look forward to seeing all of you in the next video. Bye-bye.